Whoa, fish on! Woo! Whoa, fish on! Woo! Oh. Hey y'all, let's catch some fish. Hey y'all, this is Pastor Murray and today is August 13th, 2024, and we are fishing the afternoon bite on the Savannah River Lake system. You know, generally sometime midday or late afternoon during this hot weather, you get some generation occurring and you get some current flowing. And today I'm kind of changing up a little bit on my planer board technique. I learned something last week by accident. I lost a good fish. I'll post that video. Strategies. Pick strappers. Pick the strapper up on the edge. See how it works. Oh, there he goes. Fish on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And my strategy today, and I'll put a sketch on here, illustration so you can see. But my strategy is going to be the side that I run against the bank, and I was running within 10 feet of the bank or less with my furthest planer board. But my strategy is planer board closest to the bank is going to be furthest away from the kayak, behind the kayak. Then my second planer board is going to be, you know, a little bit less of a distance. And then when I come on to the side for the planer board that is furthest away from the bank, it will be closest behind the kayak. And my next planer board will be in between those. So the strategy is when a big fish hits and starts pulling off drag and you've got current, I can't make my normal J turn because normally I turn into the fish, and that's worked well for me in the past couple of years, trial and error. But what I found out is when you're running the bank, those strappers push herring, the blueback herring and the gizzard shad, they push them up on the bank. And you'll see ospreys diving onto them. Well, I'm going to be following the current. I'm going to be pulling against the bank with my planer board. Another important item is I set the bait behind the planer board next to the bank at 5 foot. A short leash on that bait because you don't want them to get hung up. And, you know, there are a lot of snags. I have the advantage, I'm in the kayak, and I can fish close in with stealth. And so those two planer boards on my bank side of the kayak, or the bait is going to be 5 feet behind the planer board. On the right hand, I'll go maybe a little bit deeper, maybe 10 foot, but not too much, because the stripers push the herring up to the top of the water. They push them against the bank and then they have a feast. The other thing that I'm doing, I'm trying out first time, I made a set of homemade planer boards. Pretty proud of these. These are my first attempt at making planer boards, and basically they're made similar to the Captain Mac planer boards. I've got the same clips. I've got a little bit. I've got a snap swivel to snap my line to, but I lost the planer board last week, and you know they are expensive. So if you're a do-it-yourself kind of person, make your own. I'll leave a link for the video, YouTube video that I used for reference to make mine. So I used the biggest idea I've got from that video is using what's called duck tape, D-U-C-K tape, and just using insulation board from a house. You get it at Home Depot or Lowe's. Made mine 2 inches wide by, well, actually it's 2 inches by 2 inches is foam. I've got 2 1-inch pieces glued to my blade, and my blade actually I ordered from Amazon.com. It's actually 1/8 of an inch thick. It's a 4-inch by 8-inch, and I'll leave that link as well. And I used 1/4-inch aluminum rod. I threaded the end of it, and you use 2 nylon, well, they're stainless steel nuts with the nylon inserts. So we'll see how these things work out. Here's one similar to I lost last week. I need to repaint it. It's this is a Captain Max. Works really great, and so this is very similar. This is an 8-inch planer. This is a 7-inch, and I made 8-inch because I wanted one a little bit bigger because I am fishing with live rainbow trout on 2 of them on my 2 big planer boards, and I'll be fishing with blueback herring on my smaller planer boards. Another planer board that I use is the water bugs. Those are excellent planer boards. They work really well, especially using blueback herring. So I'm going to bait up. Another thing I want to show you again, which I think is very important, these beads. I get these glass beads from Hobby Lobby, and you know, they act as a fish attractor. Every time the trout or herring moves that head, shakes that head, it rattles. So it's a fish attractor. Those go above your swivel. And by the way, I'm using 25-pound mono for my main line. I'm using 20-pound hybrid mono fluorocarbon. It's a hybrid line. I'll leave a link for. I use 3 to 4 feet for a leader, and I'm using a 4-aught Gamakatsu circle hook, and that's a ticket for hooking up a good striper. So, hey y'all, this is a trout. He's about a 10-inch trout, rainbow trout. I buy him at Chris's bait shop. So y'all check out Chris. He's a good guy. He's got some excellent bait. And so I hooked the trout through the roof of the mouth, center, dead center, and pull it out the snout, so to speak. And that gives you a good hookup, keeps the trout alive. And yeah, good job. So we're gonna deploy this. I've got maybe a little bit more than 5 feet of line. Let's pull this. We're gonna make that 5 feet. And again, just start. The trick is you gotta go faster. You've got to go faster than the current. And y'all, let's catch some fish. Woo, woo. Just thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoy this video or get any value out of it, please click like. I'd love for you to comment, like to find out where you're from, and you know, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. God bless you and your family, your household, and man, it's just a beautiful day to be out in God's creation. And catch some fish. So I'm going to get this probably about 50, 60 feet behind the kayak. See how this thing swings out to the side. Again, it's the first time I tried them. So what could go wrong? Those famous last words, right? Let's see. Yep, they're starting to swing out, and while that one's swinging out, I'm going to hook up a herring on the one closest to the kayak on the same side. Chris has some beautiful herring too. That's about a 6 to 7 inch herring. He's lively. And again, I hook him through the roof of his mouth. I'm using the 1/0 circle hook, a Gamakatsu circle hook on the herring. So there it goes. We'll put him out about 5 feet or so. So I gotta get ahead of the current to make sure you keep control of the kayak. The strappers run these banks. It's really effective in August, in the afternoon like this. Normally I fish, you know, first light to afternoon, but I'm just gonna try it, maybe stay a little bit later today. So see, I've got 2 of them out. Yeah, might let the second one out a little bit further. Again, we're going to be running the bank. Now the danger is you can get hung up. That's the danger. But again, I want that one furthest away from the kayak. And I'll show you another reason. See, the great blue herons stand right on the bank, and they're waiting for those shad or those blueback herring or even gizzard shad be pushed up against the bank, and they're ready for them. So it's like the stripers help out the blue heron and other shorebirds, and if you notice, that's helping me out, because that's why I chose to fish this bank. When the birds are lined up, that means bait is, if it's not there, it will be soon. So we expect to hear that drag start screaming off any second. So I hope you can see that great blue heron. And I'm going to deploy one more 10-inch trout on the right hand side, because you really never know where they are, but when they come into the bank, man, it's exciting. So I can feel it coming. I know there's a big hit coming, and let's see what happens, y'all. I'll show you again. There's two great, well, there's one great blue. I'm not sure what the other one is. I'll have to do a close-up on him. But yeah, they're ready for supper. They are ready. Sure, the drag is not too tight, because I tell you, when they're running, it's hard to get them out. Hard to get the rods out. Make sure I don't get... Don't want to get hung up on that snag. I'm going to go ahead and bait up on the other one. And I can always try to hold them in the net, because these guys are slippery. The first time I ever tried fishing with them, I lost two before I got the third one hooked up. They'll jump out of the kayak, they'll jump out of your hand. So there he goes. So I got a little bit deeper on the right hand side of the kayak. And once I get them out, I'll adjust them a little bit. Another beautiful blueback herring. About 6 to 7 inch, and a 1/0 Gamakatsu circle hook, and hook him dead center roof of the mouth. Come out the center of that snout. There's a little tough area, because if you don't feel that little tough spot, he's gonna break off. It's not gonna stay on the hook. Might take you a few of them to find that. I know it did me. Whew. This kind of fishing ain't for a lazy person, I tell you. You're working all the time. Oh, see what I mean? I gotta pull this one in a little bit. Gotta get my navigation going right. And you know, these stripers are boat shy. They're kayak shy too. And we're watching for bird activity too. It's easy to get too close. If you get hung up, it's not good. It's just it's definitely a hassle to get unhung, especially if you got current and you've got 4 planer boards out. So, you know, just kind of want to use caution. So it's a trade-off. Those planer boards are running really good, those homemade ones. And that duct tape is waterproof, and and the foam is a closed cell foam. The foam board is a closed cell foam, so it's basically waterproof too. But you still don't want to let water get to it, and so that's why it has to be duck, D-U-C-K. The other, duct tape you use on ducks and all, they'll come apart, get gummy and all this. This holds up. Y'all, we are fishing the river channel, and we are fishing close to the bank. River channel's actually a little bit further out from the bank, but most of the time you've got 5 feet of water, and I'm pulling the planer boards actually fast enough that bait is not on the bottom. I don't want it riding on top, so currently the water temperature is 63 degrees. That should turn on the bite. We got some current, good current moving through, maybe 1 mile, 1.5 mile per hour current. Stripers love current. Yeah, but if you find value in this video, please click like, comment. Love to hear your comments. And also invite you to subscribe if you haven't already done so. That kind of encourages me to keep doing these videos. It's a lot of work, but it's fun. I get to meet a lot of cool people. You guys and gals watching, yeah, it's a shared experience. So again, thanks so much for watching. So the planer boards on this side of the kayak, you can see how close they are. I mean, I've got these closer so I can make the J-turn away from the bank, because if I get a fish on, he's going to run for the river channel. So that's a little bit different in the strategy. I'm ready to hear that drag screaming. There's nothing, no better sound than that when you're fishing. And we might not catch anything, but it's just a blessing to be out here and to try. The truth be told, I get skunked about as much as I catch fish. Some days I catch a few good ones, and I get pumped up thinking, well, next time I got them figured out. But everything changes. Forgot the name of a philosopher that said, no man ever enters the same river twice. It's never the same river, and it's never the same man. So I think that holds true to striper fishing, because the fish are always on the move, and conditions change constantly on the Savannah River lake system. You got current, you don't have current. Warm temperature, cold temperature, just on and on. So and then they do have yearly patterns, but only way you're gonna catch fish is to be out trying to catch them. My best friend Toby said, Murray, you can't catch them on the couch. I've caught some big ones on the couch in my dreams anyhow. But, swallow fish on! Woo! Swallow fish on! Woo! Oh. See if we can. That one hit the one closest, so he's kind of got me. Oh man, he nailed that. Did you see that? He nailed it. Woo! Don't want to hawk him too much. It's a one-aught hook. So we don't want to tear it out of his mouth. I'm letting the fish make the J-turn for me. Now he's going. It's a good fish, y'all. I might have a tangled line, but oh yeah, a fight. Yeah, hadn't seen him yet. Man, that's a good striper. Ooh, man. Y'all, that was fun. Let's see if we can get him in the kayak. Oh yeah, got him. Let's see if we can. Wow. Get him secured. The grippers. Circle hook got him right in the corner of the mouth. So that was on the blueback herring. That's what they're feeding on. And we're going to put him in the water right now and take a picture of him after we tend to some lines. Chase that herring out of the water. You got him pretty close to the bank. Yeah, I had the second line, the one he hit, a little bit too close, so I wasn't able to maneuver much. So we're going to try this again. We're going to make a loop and go back through there. Going to see if I can hook up. I'll put another bait on. Wow, my heart's just beating, y'all. Hey, y'all, I want to show you this beautiful striper. Very respectable, beautiful fish. We're going to get him in the water and let him go. Awesome. Whoop, whoop. Y'all, been towing this guy a while. It's good and healthy. The water temperature is good. We're going to let him go and let him grow. There he goes. Woo! Awesome. Whoop, whoop.